Hello again, welcome back to Hangar 51. I'm out here at the field doing a review on my new ASW-28 glider from, I believe it's Volantex, something like that. Super awesome glider, guys. So, a couple of tips. First off, be careful taking the canopy off. I was warned, I was being very careful, I broke it anyway. So what you got to do, get a flat blade screwdriver up under that edge, go all the way over to the button, okay, right there, and then get under that button and gently pull it out, just like that, okay. Don't try to flick it out with your fingernail or any of that. You'll break it like I did. See here, I broke it, and you don't want to do that. So and once you get that side off, it's easier to get under this side to get these off. So very simple. Just gently pop those out, and you'll be fine. But be very careful, guys, because you'll break the canopy, which is a real bummer on a brand new glider. I'm going to try fixing it. I have an idea how to fix it to reinforce it so it won't ever happen again, but just be careful. Use the screwdriver. Okay, so now, got plenty of room inside. Okay, big battery compartment. A 2200 will fly this thing for 20 minutes, and that's not even getting a thermal. So, if you get it in a thermal, you're going to be up there all day. So you don't need to put a big battery in to get longer flight times. It's just this thing's amazing, and you're going to see that here shortly. So I generally just put, so one antenna is going backwards, one antenna is going forward. That's good enough. No big deal there. We don't even mess with that. So this is a little complicated also. So these leads for the ailerons and the flaps, okay, they've got them taped together. For one, I don't know why, but this side, the negative and the signal are opposite each other, and then this side they're matched. Both signals are on this side, and both negatives are on this side. I don't know why they did that either, but that's the way it came. So just make sure you're careful that you make sure you get continuity correct when you're putting it on, or you're going to be taking the wing back off. These are the steel rods that are the spars, okay, and they kind of look like steel brake tubing, to be honest with you. That's what it looks like. So the small one goes in the front, the short one, okay, and the long one goes in the rear. So we'll put the short one through there. They're almost right together. So okay, so that's how these go on. Pretty simple. Alright. Then you get your wings. And you slide them on here like this. Of course, you guys all know how this works, but this is a pretty ingenious system. The pain is getting these wires tucked back in the fuselage. It's a real pain. Okay, so you get those on. That goes on easy. Then you got to plug these in, and then try to get this block that's taped together back through that hole. And I'm debating on whether I want to make the hole bigger or untape these two so I can put them in the fuselage one at a time. I haven't decided. The other thing, they're not marked on the wing, which one's what. So you got to kind of tug on one of the wires, and I have to mark it. I haven't done that yet. I tug on the wire. I can see it moving here, so I know this is the aileron here. They are marked at the fuselage side. So this side's 5, so this is 2. I believe this is the one that, yeah. So this is the 2. Goes on this side, signal up, and then the other side is flap, and then signal wires down. On this side they did it backwards. I don't know why. Whatever. Okay, so now the fun begins. You got to get this square back through the opening here and get it turned as you're sliding the wing out. And it's a little frustrating, I'll be honest with you. It is a little frustrating, but it's worth it. And this glider is so fun to fly. It's worth it. So you get that one going like that, and then let's get the other one on. I didn't do a build on this because there's nothing to it. I mean, literally, it just you screw the tail feathers on, and then you glue the wingtips on, and that's it. There's nothing else to do. Now, I did have to put about 1.5 ounces of weight all the way in the very, very back of the tail. Okay, what I did was I took the rudder off, the vertical stab off, and there's a hole there, and I made the hole bigger so I could put wheel weights in it, and I put 4, well, it looked like probably 2, I'm going to say, they're weights that came with another airplane, but I'm assuming they're right around a 1/2 ounce each, so the other ones might be 1/4 ounce, so it's somewhere between 1 ounce and 2 ounce, maybe 1.5 ounce is what I'm guessing. So test it first. I would screw them on, put your battery in, and then put weights right on the top. Just set your weight right on here, on the top of the horizontal. And the CG's marked on the bottom of the wing. There's 2 little finger ports. Put your fingers in and check it. And get it as level as possible because it's way too nose heavy, the way it comes out of the box. And it'll fly that way, but you're going to have a lot of up elevator, and it's when you throttle off, turn the throttle off, it nosedives hard. So you want to get it balanced pretty good. Actually, even a little tail heavy isn't bad on this one. Okay, yeah, same thing. Got to pull on the wire, see which one's aileron, which one's flaps. I think I'm just going to tie a knot in the flat one, and that way I'll know. Now this one, I think we know because one wire is a lot longer than the other. Yeah. So the long wire is the flap. And I'm going to do that right now, as a matter of fact. I'm going to tie a knot in this wire. It needs to be shortened anyway. I'm just going to put the knot right here at the end of where the tapes are on the wing. That won't be in the way. And that I'll know from now on that for sure this is the flap. I won't have to pull on wires anymore. That was getting old. So, yeah, it's still new, guys. I mean, it just started flying it, so I haven't had a chance to do all the fun little tricks to straighten up all the little tedious little things like marking which wire's the flap wire. You know, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But we're going to do it right now. And that way I'll know from now on, that without tugging on wires anymore, that this is the flap wire. Okay, so there's a little cavity right here that the wires go in. Let me flip this over and show you. Okay, so there's a big groove right here, and that knot fits up in the groove just fine. So that's what I'm going to do from now on to make sure I don't have to tug on them anymore. I'll know which one's which. And this is the side where they're both the same, so the flap goes there, aileron goes here, and it's a Y connector inside the plane, so you kind of have to put the wings on together. I wouldn't try to put one wing all the way on and then try to get the other one on, because the Y connector has to go back evenly. It makes it easier. So, you know, get both sides hooked up and then start sending the wires in together, both sides at the same time. And that way the Y connector will push back evenly while you're trying to fight these wires into these little holes that they put in here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just let the weight of the receiver pull the Y connector down as I feed the wings on. So the one side's already in part way. I'm going to get this side in. This side's a little more of a pain because this flap wire is longer and it kind of screws you up as you're trying to feed this together. Because once you get the block in, then you got to get the extra flap wire in so that you can send the two wires in together. Like I said, guys, it's a little bit of a pain, but it's worth it. Just got to kind of tuck that wire in there like that, and then it goes. Okay. All right, and then you just listen for the click. Okay, and it's on. And then the same thing on this side. We're going to send those wires in. We'll give those a poke. And listen for the click. And there you go. And that's it. Okay, we're in, we're ready to fly. And I think my battery just charged up, so let's go flying.